It is almost 2:30 a.m. right now. I am just about to check out of my hotel and I'm heading towards Agra to see the Taj Mahal, which I've never seen before. So it's my first time and I wanted to see the sunrise there. There are certain travel companies that organize sunrise tours from Delhi. I'm doing one of them and I'm going to link them in the description below. So we are going. I'm actually alone right now, but I'm joining my friend and we're going to be going to Agra together through this travel company, and we're going to be spending like half a day there and then coming back to Delhi. That's the plan for now. I haven't slept all night. I'm running on very low sleep, but I want to make the most of my time in Delhi, and that's exactly why I'm heading to the Taj Mahal right now. So it's more of a tick in the box for me, but I'm also very excited to see the sunrise there. I've heard it's very beautiful, and normally people go there that early so that they can avoid the crowds that build up, later in the day. So that's exactly what I'm doing as well. So I hope it's worth it.
So here's the thing, I have traveled alone quite a bit outside India, but I was extremely skeptical to take this particular tour because it was at 3 a.m. in the night. But the travel company I was taking this tour with ensured me that it's going to be completely safe for solo travelers. Having said that, I also had a friend along, thankfully, and we had the best time on this tour. Let me show you what all we did. We had a local guide from Agra who we picked up on the way, and this is the entrance of the Taj Mahal. We were dropped off outside this area and we had to walk all the way inside to the ticket counter, where we were welcomed with these beautiful little creatures who were harmless. We are taking the west gate to enter Taj Mahal, and you can see they have many monkeys here. They're harmless, so not a problem, hopefully. These are some of the items, all of the items actually, that are not allowed. They have some really specific rules to enter Taj Mahal, and basically, for example, you cannot carry like a tripod, but you can carry like a selfie stick. No eatables, but you can carry medicines. You can carry a bottle of water, but you can't carry like Pepsi or coffee or tea. So they're very specific in terms of what you can carry to enter this place. So as you can see, this is like the ticket window. There's a separate window for foreigners and for Indians. And the cost is obviously different as well. For Indians it's 50 rupees, and for foreigners it is, how much is it for foreigners?
1,300.
Oh, for foreigners it's 1,300. You can see right now the counter for Indians is completely empty, and we're just going to walk in, and this is what you get when you come for sunrise. You have to actually go through security here, scan your ticket. This is what a ticket looks like. And once you scan it, you have to show your ID proof as well while scanning, and scan your bags or any belongings that you have, and then you enter this area. So now we are officially inside the monument area. It's a very big area where you can walk and actually spend at least 2 to 3 hours here walking around and exploring the history, and that's exactly what we did. Our guide was not comfortable covering him in any of my videos and pictures, which is why you will not see him anywhere. But he was a fantastic guide, and he was very well versed with the history, and he explained us everything really well. So these are basically the security walls of the Taj. This is where it's completely like covered, and the soldiers normally used to like stand here and take care of the outer area of the Taj.
ताजमहल का शाही गेट देख रहे हैं, रॉयल गेट देख रहे हैं। हर चीज़ को ताजमहल में बड़ी सुंदरता के साथ डिज़ाइन किया गया है। ये गेट भी सिमेट्रिकल है, सेम सामने है, सेम पीछे है। डबल स्टोर बना हुआ है, दोनों साइड्स में आपके स्ट्रॉन्ग बार। And just like that, we made it to the #1 tourist attraction in India, which is the iconic Taj Mahal. It was my first ever time seeing this beautiful, beautiful monument in front of my eyes. I literally had goosebumps the first time I saw it as soon as I entered. Sunrise is the absolute best time to visit Taj Mahal because the crowd is really not that much. Whatever you see in these videos is literally 10% of the crowd that you get throughout the other times of the day. So I highly recommend you visit during the sunrise. It's a beautiful monument and I don't think it's hyped at all. Personally, I loved it. And now I know why it's the #1 tourist attraction in India. It's totally beautiful. And I couldn't stop looking at the monument. I think you don't get it until you actually see it in person. And of course, we clicked tons and tons of pictures and videos here because it is quite a scenic spot. One cool thing about Taj is that they have a braille script for the physically disabled, and this is pretty much everywhere in the premises. So the Taj entry doesn't give you access to the main mausoleum. You need to pay an additional rupees 200 to enter this place, and of course if you are here
I definitely recommend you to go inside and see how beautiful it is from the inside as well.
So these are shoe covers worth 10 rupees here for 2 of these covers. I have 2 here. This is mandatory to wear inside the mosque because it's very clean inside because of the marble, and to maintain the cleanliness it's compulsory to buy these and wear it if you don't want to remove your shoes. So I'm going to be taking these now, wearing it now and going inside.
Since this mausoleum is at a height, you get to see a better view of the premises as well, and this is what it looks like from the outside. The intricate details of this particular monument is really crazy, and the information that our guide told us was also quite new to me, and I absolutely loved the details that he covered in this particular tour. I'm going to add a link to this tour in my description so you all can also book it whenever you are in Agra next. We are finally done with the Taj Mahal tour. We're just exiting. Like you can see here, they have tons of trees as well, and they have labels behind every tree, so you can actually, if you're into like plants and stuff, you can actually come to know which tree you're looking at. And I must say that this entire area is very clean, very well maintained, and honestly, if you come at sunrise, firstly you'll skip the line. Like there's absolutely no line, so it's super fast. And once you enter, yes, there are quite a few people who have agreed to wake up so early in the morning and come, but it's not as crowded as it can get during the day. So definitely try coming at sunrise, which is around 6:30, right? 6 o'clock actually. 6 o'clock is the time when you should ideally enter this area. After spending a good 2.5 hours at Taj, we then went to this place. It was a very tiny budget hotel from where you get a good bird's eye view of Taj. So we went to see that, and then it was time for some local breakfast. So I took these local rickshaws, tuk-tuks, or I don't know what it's exactly called, to get to the breakfast place. And our guide took us to this roadside stall, which is actually one of the most popular roadside stalls in Agra, to try the local Agra breakfast. Honestly, he told us to go to a continental place, but I requested that we have the local food here instead, so here we were.
Dal kachori, and there is one kachori with potato inside, and it's topped with a sabzi, like a watery gravy of sorts, with potato, chaat masala. There is some sweet chutney on top, and that's about it. Let's see how it is. Slightly spicy. It has a little bit of curd in it as well to balance the spiciness. It's really yum and full of flavor. What I'm having right now is called bedai. It is basically like a puri of sorts. You can see it here. This has been crushed and added some curry on it with potatoes, chili, chaat masala, a little bit of curd, and a little bit of sweet water. I love the puri. The texture of puri is very crispy and it's a little spicy for my taste, but there's a pungent flavor to it. Chaat masala makes it really yum, and I'm not having the chili. It's too spicy for me, but overall it's a great dish. So this is rabdi, which I think everyone knows about. It's made with milk, sugar, and it's served as a breakfast item in Agra, which is very strange, but I'm going to try it now. You can't ever go wrong with rabdi. So we also have jalebi here to go with rabdi, and I'm just going to try it right now. Jalebi is not that sweet, but the rabdi is, and it has malai on top, so it's a good combination.
After a scrumptious street-style breakfast in Agra, we then headed to our last stop for the day, which was the Agra Fort. This was around 11 a.m. and it already got very sunny. This is another reason to visit Agra early in the morning, because you can see the sunrise from Taj and then explore places around before 11 a.m. because then it gets extremely hot and sometimes unbearable to walk around in the heat. This fort is definitely a must do, especially if you have studied about it. I personally studied a lot about the history of this fort in my school days, so this was very relatable, and the guide also gave me a lot of other new information which I didn't know before. The entry to Agra Fort is rupees 50 for Indians and 650 for foreigners. However, the prices keep fluctuating every year, so I recommend checking their online official website for this information. Taj Mahal is actually closed on Fridays, but Agra Fort is not. On Fridays, it's actually rupees 40 for Indians and 600 for foreigners. You get a good view of the Taj from the Agra Fort, which is also pretty cool. I would say 1 to 2 hours inside the fort is good enough for you to know the history and understand everything that this place offers. Besides Agra Fort and Taj Mahal, there's also Fatehpur Sikri, which is quite an iconic spot in Agra. Unfortunately, we didn't have the time to explore that, so after this, we headed back to Delhi. If you want to buy something local for your friends and family, then definitely buy the petas. These are local sweets of Agra. Our guide offered us to take us to a souvenir shop, but we were too tired, so we decided to head back to Delhi. We started at 2 am and we got back to Delhi by 2 pm, so it was a proper 12-hour experience. I hope you found this video useful. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.